I learned that the quarterback class of the 2017 NFL Draft is a wide open case. We're doing these segments where I'm telling you about prospects, and yesterday I came on and said Desean Kaiser is my #1 quarterback in this draft. And this phone here, it's valuable because it's got the names and numbers of a lot of NFL GMs, and they watch our show.
Nuclear codes.
And I got blasted for having Kaiser as my top QB by a few GMs. One of them saying, I would never in a million years draft Kaiser over Trubisky. Another one said Watson actually won games. Kaiser lost to Navy. And then there's a push for Patrick Mahomes, a guy we haven't even discussed, the Texas Tech kid. He could throw the ball over the yard. And Brad Kyle, when I mentioned his name, there was a mixed bag. It was, yeah, he's okay, but he was 22 and 16 as a starter. What am I getting? So last year, Goff and Wentz, they were the top two quarterbacks. How you had them, 1 and 2, that kind of was a diverse one. This draft, I have Kaiser going right now in my top 10. Kaiser might be a second-round pick, and I wouldn't be shocked. Deshaun Watson, saw that wonderful piece with him. He beat Alabama in the national championship game. He could be the #2 overall pick to the 49ers, or he can go in the late second round. There is no consensus in this phone around the league with Daniel Jeremiah, with Mike Mayock, with Mel Kiper, with Todd McShay.
Right.
There is no consensus about the quarterback position in this draft. I have Kaiser as my top-rated quarterback going into the combine. Seeing him, talking to people, he might be #5 in 2 weeks from now, based on what I'm hearing about the guy, and it's fascinating.
Just look at last year. Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz. Nobody can call what happened. It was an amazing season, highs and lows. Goff didn't get off the bench until
Cody Kessler.
So for those who say they know exactly where it got, you really don't know. You can say that the guy has first-round talent, but saying that a guy is definitely going to go in a certain slot, especially at the quarterback position, this league, you can never tell.
But what's so interesting to me and sort of maximizes what you're saying is what's going on in the current NFL. Those are the guys coming in, like the quarterback spot this year is wide open. Like we could have a third of the league could have a quarterback that they didn't have last year starting for their team. There's so much moving and transitioning and matchmaking as we're doing. So you'd think I'd like to see the draft have some sort of clear picture.
And that's such a great point because the first 3 picks are Cleveland, right, San Francisco, and Chicago. We know that at the very least we think that San Francisco's going to have a different quarterback. Yeah. So those are 3 teams that clearly have needs at that position.
Right.
And in any other year, maybe it's an Andrew Luck, you just slide him right in, or a Jameis Winston, say that's the guy. This year,
they need that guy this year. There's so many quarterback-needy teams.
And it'll all be solved over the next few months. And I think the combine is going to be very important this year because of that great disparity in what people think of the quarterback.